A little dark tonight. I wonder why. Wonder why. I wonder what this is like. I wonder if I can just sit on this one with this thing. Did a little bit more office work today. You know, before I go on and do a live, I usually check out what's happening. Can't do this on, or at least I don't see myself doing this yet, or I haven't done it yet on any other social media. I should open up my my YouTube channel, and maybe I will right now. I have the opportunity. If I said it, I can do it. Anything else would be a poor, lame excuse for whatever and however it's connected. I like when things are a little bit in order. You know, I reset. I don't like the way these hang down. You know, I had these hung in an area where I put my hand. I don't need them there. And maybe I don't need these here, but I'll put my hand there. So should I just put them up higher here? Right? Or why does this have to be here, this hook? Am I hooking anything here? Maybe, but not now. I think I'm going to just change this, but I don't think the scissors should go on a hook anyways. You know? All right. You know, I went to do my groceries the other day. I think I bought like $40 worth of stuff. I had to check everything that was in it and say to myself, don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Pretend. 7 out of 8 said it was okay. Hope it wasn't the 8th one that was right with me. Because you know, there's usually 8 corners on a cube, which makes up everything inside, or is part of the joining of 8 other elements to one cube. That would be Rubik's Cube. I'm talking about 2 basic cubes. It's a 1 by 1. The one cube is surrounded. Think about this. If you surround one cube, how many cubes surround one cube? And what are you surrounding? Are you surrounding only the cross-like? Are you surrounding the cube? One here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one in the back. The corners, well, there is no corner. You can't see the corner. You'll put just like a plastic, you can't see it. No, you put a whole cube there. Or each cube plugs into the corner. So your 12 edges gets plugged in by 8 other cubes. Have you ever thought of that? I don't know if I worked on the numbers. I probably did somewhere, but irrelevant to the fact. I don't show you something. There's a chance I didn't do it, or what we can do is we can go to AI and ask them to look back over 12,000 of my videos. So if there's somebody out there that doesn't know what I do, if you don't know what I do, and you want to know what this channel is all about, is it like any other social media channel for entertainment purposes only? I do what many have done before, but I do it my way. all the equations possibly that you can ask to the numbers themselves. Hello, number one. One group, one person. How many in the group? I look at the cube and it has six sides. I know there's three opposite sides. I have to take that in consideration. I have to take into consideration that when you play games, they only count one out of all of them. I have to take into consideration that they call this five and they call this six. And if I ask myself, what was the possibility number to have in totality, and it shows me seven. It also shows me here and here that when either the three or the four are up, right, you can see you connect, looks like in the H. Also, it's the 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, and 9. And by turning it this way and this way, here and here, it's earth and water. Here and here is water and earth. Here, it's 4, 5, and 6 across. Here, it's 2, 5, and 8 across. Thank you for the likes.
Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I was
Yes.
hoping I was hoping to hear a little bit about the number 19 if you could.
Okay, so one of the I just come from all over the place to talk about everything. So hopefully one day we can get it in order. You know what I'm saying? Have some kind of what anyways. Okay, number 19. A way to achieve 19. Where should I start from? First of all, 19 is your first cardinal sign on the second side of 360. It becomes what is, hold on a second, Libra. The reason for this is when you go around the zodiac once for 12 and then 7 is 19. 19 AI, obviously. The A, right, which is the split number, right? 19, sorry, let me see what else. Yes, when you say 19 in French, right, you say 19, meaning the association of 10 and 9. Now, are you minusing the 9 or are you adding the 9? Irrelevant. You have to do all the science and it becomes what is 1 and 19. Therefore, it says Scorpio and it says Sagittarius. Sorry, it says Capricorn and Sagittarius inverted to what is going to connect to Gemini and Cancer. This is very relevant when dividing by 13 because all four of these fit together 076923 in one of the orders to associate and create what is 999,999, and it joins all the 13 moons. Now, what's funny about that, it comes from the AC/DC association. Here it is, one times, let me go, first we split the house. Okay, one on one side, six on the other. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, 7 and 6. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, 42 and 13, 55. I'm going to stop there. The 7 and the 6 association, and I shouldn't have gone there. I made a mistake. I went on to the second level. I'm going to, and after this, I'll just resume it way easier. Okay. Okay. What is 6 over here is 19 over here, but it's also 6. It's the 19th letter. The heart of Rubik's Cube could be noted to be the 19th letter, noting that there are 12 to the edge and 6 to the heart, leaving the center of Rubik's Cube as 19. Noted that what is 18 is 19 on the other side. What is 16, 19, the last of the cardinal signs, 16 to leave the gate, jumping into the 19. At the 180 split between 36, like they use 36 for the yardstick. So we cannot deny the reality that is going on amongst the numbers themselves. 19 by 19 is 361. You move 1 degree forward over that period over 360. So it's almost like moving by 1, right? And it is 1 in itself. 1 and 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. If you had 19 cubes by 6, it equals to 114. 114 is 4 times 38. No, did I get, hold on a second. 114 is, I think, 3/38, and that is connecting the moons up. That is connecting either here, right? The house of Abraham, Isaac, Ishmael. Ishmael runs underneath over here, double nickel, beaver. Where's the other 19? Where's that other one? Oh, yeah. We're in association with Mars. Our birth and our one comes from here. When it's 19, the 10, what is the 10? Let me ask in numbers to myself. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. So we have now, where did we get this 10? Well, through 1, 2, 3, 4, we connect 1 to 9. Boom, we have our first connect, the singularity coming into the birth luna. Then we connect the 2 and the 8, the 2 moons of Mars. Then we connect 3 and 7, 10. And 3 and 7 again, we connect these two. Then we have to connect all 3 of them. So all of these connect up, and our birth comes into the house through the 7th gate. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4. From AC to DC, 3 times 4 is 12. 12 zodiac signs, 12 edges, 3 plus 4, 7. 7 and 12, 19. 7 minus 12, 0, 5 into the E world. The house is split. Abraham, Rachel, and Hagar. Ishmael runs underneath here. Why do I say that? Because soul is 67. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. Water is 67. I said the 7 connects the 6 and 6. We connect the 6 here with the 6 here through the 7th gate over here. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. And 1 and 6 is 7. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. 7 and 6 is your 13. Down here, why is Ishmael? Ishmael is the same numeric value as the soul and as the water. And in the word soul is in your name. It is the power in your name. The letters A, M, E in French is soul. It's the alphabet I speak about, not the language. Wherever you use this alphabet, wherever these numbers are used, and the numbers are used just about everywhere in the world. Number 19. Number 19. So what happens next is the 12 and the 7, the feminine comes into the male gate to the virtue of the 616, bringing up that 19, where 66 connects to 7 over here. Here, I'm going to show you this one here. So here is 66. See these two close to each other? And here is 66, creates 19 and 19 when connecting the 6 and 6 zodiac signs. But it's not exactly like that connect, because 1, 3, 5, and 7, and 5, 3, and 1 are not like what is 2, 4, 6, and 8. What else is there about 19? Yes, 10 minus 9 is 1A. There's a split in the house. It's joined to another house. The A letter, you can see, you can split it down the center. So therefore, I becomes in between both houses, and the heavens connect to each side. So when you have 19, do not leave out 9. When you have 19, do not leave out what is H, 8, or R, because they are the reflection of 19 to 360. What is 19? What is 18? What is H? What is I? So if it would be 18, is it 10 minus 8? In fact, the French say 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. Is it 10, 9 minus equaling to 1A, the split house of A, the left and right angle, and the one that brings it together, the 13th sign? And it's not from me that I say these words.
You said something interesting about 360 degrees, 361 degree over. Would that
Yes.
be like a spiral in a way?
I can look at it that way. If you did that, that means the spiral would be out by one. And the question is, what is one itself? Right? Does one split things in half, or is one a complete area space? So if we went with dots and dashes, right, you can see the line here would be an extension, okay, of what is 4 here, plus the connections talking about 5. This is the way the Aztec talk. So what would be the 19 would be, I'm thinking if it would be 1 and 20 equals to 21, or hold on a second, 1 through 21 equals to 231. 1 and 21 equals to 22. So I have to associate 1 and 21, 2 and 20, and 3 and 19. So in creation, I need S19 to 3C. Would you like to know where I got this from? Okay, so I work off of the cube. There's a total of 21 dots on the cube. With the 21 dots, what I do is I go from 1 to 21 equals to 22. So now the number to reach in order to have a reverse cube would be the number 22. So that would be 11, 11, and 11 would be 1/3 of what is 2/3 of 33, because there are 33 voided area spaces on this cube. Have you ever seen that before? Did you know that? Were you aware?
I wasn't aware.
Does it make a difference to you to be aware?
Um, I I think that 11 matters and
So
33 as well.
so one for the one lunar moon, two for the two lunar moons, one between two equals to three. So we begin with three. And if I begin with three, it tells me that 3 and 4 run the same corridor. It just so happens that 44 is Abraham, 44 is space, 44 is teen. So why I say this is because not only do I do the numbers, find out where they lie, I want to know the stories that go along with it as well. As basic as they are, as sometimes silly as it is, it's just that's that reality. Teen is T-E-E-N, the 20th letter for T, the 5th letter for E, the 5th letter for E, and for the N, it's the 14th letter. 1 and 4 equals to 5, and in teen, it's 2, 5, 5, 5, right up the Aztec alley. In fact, I just worked on a piece right now of 25,920, and I can fit you a whole bunch of stuff into it. There's an actually perfect algorithm that we run into the Egyptian clock, we run into the Gregorian calendar every day of the week. This here is one of them. But I will show you first this. Here are 9 area spaces. Please, if you disagree with me, let me know. Here is one dot located in the center area space. There are 8 that are around it. Is this true a statement?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to flip it to the other side. Okay. In fact, if you want, I can do it this way. So maybe you can see I can't turn it. Whoop. Yeah. So on this side, I got the 6. On this side, the 1. Is this the way you see it? Okay. So when I go on this side, and before I was on this side, I would have 8 that surrounded here. In this one, there are 3 missing here. 8 and 3 is 11. 1 and 6 is 7.
Okay.
Does that work out?
Um, my only thing when you speak about Mars and these planets, I doubt the planets are what we're told they are. I
But the
But the
words are
words are
real.
are real. Yeah.
That's all I need.
Um, but the words could be describing something else. I wanted to ask you, when you speak about the house of Abraham, what does the house mean to you?
Okay, the reason for this, it doesn't mean any more than the numbers they are, and a very brief understanding of the Bible, and I mean brief, right? So when I say that, I'm looking at this. I know the word Abraham, okay, is number 44. I know communication can be ham radio. I know ham is a pig, and a pig has 18 connections. So I use animals where the truth can't be a lie, where the story will always be the story. And I just put it all into files and I just tell that story just so I can see where what comes from where and what says what.
All right. Well, I think you've helped me a little bit about the number 19. Um, uh,
The other thing with the 19, the Quran, okay, 6 by 19 is 114. 57, which is 3 by 19, is 57. The electronic moon, 5775. The dice cube, when you drill all the holes in it, okay, you only end up with two different results, and the result is 7 and 5, as in 5775. The year 5775 was the year 2015. You can only have 5 of 6 sides for the reason that it will be falling on the floor. It'll be flipped on the floor. When this is up, do you follow what I'm saying? Now, this is 2 for 2 moons of Mars. This is 1 for the lunar moon to create 1 between 2. When I add from 1 to 5, it equals to 15. When I add 2 to 6, it equals to 20. The year 2015 is 5775. This over here, the 7 is here, connecting here and here. The last number here in the odd section is 5 and 5. 575, spelling I and I. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. The 313131 cycle equals 7. 1 plus 2 for the Bat's Mitzvah. 1 times 2 is 3 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 BC. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4 DC. The 7 and the 5, the feminine and the masculine, only because I use the numbers 12 and 13. And then the stories they tell beyond.
all
I'll show
right.
you one more thing on 19, just in case you have to leave there. This is something I missed right here. Is 19 is right over here. It's connected to 16. This is a cardinal sign. We've went through the zodiac and ended here on 12 inside the mutable. We started in 13 over here back to Aries, but check it out. Aries in red, Aries in yellow. And then we come down over here, here's 16 and here's 19. It's connected inside the cube. And when I move it over, you'll see the cube is in the center, connecting the first 18 to the second 18. Where is the 19? Understanding for distance, area, space. It's inside the cube. 16 and 21, 37, 18 and 19, 37, R and S come together, and 17 and 20, 37. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. When you get to 25, right, that's going to be Aries again. When we get to 25, I think this is 20, 25, 28, 31, 34, 35, 36. Take a look. When you do the 36, you have a Y here and a Y here, an X here, an X here. You can see it was mirrored. You can see, like off the lake, the same way there's no legs, there's just the top and the bottom, and the cube comes in the center. So what's happening? When you have the Y, you connect to another cube, Y connects over to X, and you transform over here. Did I do this on purpose? Absolutely not. Am I the only one who talks about the orphan children? Absolutely not. Do you know where that comes from? This comes from this. 5775 on the right side. If you when you look up orphan child on the right side, it's 17, 34, and 6, 57, which is what is 19 times 3, and on the left side it equals to 75. There's a few ways to look at this, and this, the design you got on the floor, comes off the pattern off of here.
Orphans are those numbers 1, 20, 14, 31. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes. Pretty precise.
Well, this does help me a little bit. I'll be sure to come another time, because there's a few more numbers I'd like your take on.
Throw me one out quick.
4.
Okay. Okay. I'll put something together. You know, if you have 10-4, you have communication. 3 and 6 run and cycles of 4. 3, 6, 9, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 4 is completion after what is 60 or 60 seconds on the clock is 100% of 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. 6 or 60, A, B, C, D. 10, that is 100% of 60 seconds on the clock. The lower area space of occupied and unoccupied area is 4. The upper area is 4 with 1 connect in the center. You can use any one of these 4. And when you play the game of chess, if you occupy and you have the horse and you want to make a movement, you go from here over to and up here. Ironically, what it does is it creates what is 7, 9, 11, 13, and goes all the way around the 5 place, which is... So yeah, 4, 10-4 communication. What is the 10? All the other numbers, okay, besides 3, 6, and 9, they all rotate by 10. A, B, C, D equals to 10. So you connect the A, B, C, D of the lower house 10 to what is the F, G, H, I of the upper house. But it's 30 instead, and it's only 4 numbers. The averages are different. The lower house averages 2.5. The upper house averages 7.5. Imagine 7.5 for 5775, bringing the zodiac together. Let me see if I did that right. 30, yes, 30 divided by 4. I think I got that right. Yes, I did. Okay. The lower house is 2.5. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Tax, I do appreciate your time, and I'll be back. You take care. God bless.
So there's, I don't really use this board. I like the other board better. Let me see if we have the other board. Give me. Okay, so I wonder what else there was with 19. Oh, yes. Yes, there is something else with 19, right? When you add up 1 over to 19, okay, it equals to 190 and it averages 10. Okay, that's very, very important. You do not have completion at the borderline of 18. You must go all the way to 19. Wow. Okay, so now, okay, and that's where the ace is because the ace is split on the other side. That's just confirming it for me. The other thing about this is the cube ends on 21. I didn't say anything about the cubans, please. So you get 20 and 21, and that equals to 41. We were adding up to 22 before. I'm not sure if I finished this, right? 1 between 2 before we begin. So this would be your 41 reducing to 19 in creation. 88 constellations. We have to, what is it going to be at the end? It's going to be 13 and 9. I need to put that together. I'm going to show you where this shows up in numbers. Just give me a second. 58. 58, 58, 58, 90, 74. No, that's ugly. Oh, I'm just like a little excited here. One of the reasons is because I made a little bit more of a cleanup today. And, I'm like getting into that style of looking rustic, but yet, I don't know, I just feel clean. 58 and 74 and 90 and 66 and 82, 86, 78, 70, 62. We are going to switch these numbers over to 7, 9, 8, 3, 11, 10, 14, 13, 15. So we have 14 and 8, 22, 12 and 10, 22, and 15 and 7, 22, and 9 and 13, 22. So this is the 9 and 13 I'm talking about. This is the expansion of the 22. So now when do we break into this 13? We need 4 and 18 equals to 22, and 4 and 9 equals to 13, and 3 and 9 equals to 12. So only the feminine can come in, okay, over here. 1 between 2 equals to 3, joining with the 4. What is going to be AD connecting with BC communication, which will be AB, which will be 3, or CD, which is going to be 7. This is where your air comes in, But before that comes in, it's going to be your fire. Your BC connect and your AB connect are going to be your air and your fire, and then you're going to reconnect to air again. And as we add on the letters, obviously, I'm telling a base story. It's a very base story. We want to see what the alphabet says itself. We want to see what the numbers say themselves, right? And like I was mentioning before, when you look at this 3 and you'll say, okay, this one, and this one, or this one, and this one. I know the middle one might be fire because that's the 5th position. I take 3 away, I got 3 and 3. Look at that, it looks like a heart. See that? It looks like a heart over here. Is that what the heart is? The corners? Anyways, let's just put back that 3. So 3 gives me 6. And then the 4, the corners, leaves me the cross, 5 left over. So 5 and 6 equals 11. You want to do we're going to do the 2. 2 comes along with the 5. Take away this one and this one, you got 7. In this one, you take away these edges, and you got 4. 4, 7, 11. Here are your masters, your cube. This is your master. Good evening. How is everybody? Elamia is in the house. I didn't hear anything. I need a drink of water. Oh, yeah, I love it. Oh, I found my calculators. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. See, sometimes it's okay to admire things. I was just admiring what I did, and oh my God. So, so I made a little place over here, right? Over here, right? So I have my cribbage board, right? And with cribbage, you go up to 120. So when you add up 1 to 15, check it out. So check it out. 1 added up all the way to 15 equals to 120. Did you know 4, 5, and 6, okay, adds up to 15? Did you know that? And if you multiply it, it equals to 120. You think it fits in? Well, guess what? This is where Saturn square fits in. This is where your breath to life comes in. 3 by 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6 equals to 15. You want the silver gate? 1 times 7 equals to 7. 1 plus 7 equals to 8. You get your silver gate. How does that fit in? 26, 26, 26. Silver is what is AG. 88 constellations and the power is 77 to the gateway, which is 616 connect through the 9 birth, connecting the lower house of A, B, C, D into the upper house, right? To the earth and waters of Leo, the waters of Cancer. Okay, what is the cardinal through Leo? Also noted inverse to what is, there's 2 ways to look at it. I like to look at Scorpio H coming into this. If you notice, the 3 is not included in this. There's a reason I said it, I forget why. So let me turn this around. I dressed up my chair. This was a black chair. I put a white cloth and a pillow on it. It was so uncomfortable, the pillow almost fell off. He kept sliding off the chair, so I put this on it. And now it's a chair on its own. This is the chairman of the board. Well, so, not only that, what else did I do? Yes, so that was Saturn square. So 4 times 5 times 6 equals to 120. The game of pool, right, has 15 balls. So that would rate as 717 and connect to your 7887. The power gates, the Vatican, the constellation. 7 and 1 is 8. You use 7, 1 left over. Your SIM card, 7 with 1 left over. Here, 88. But it's the calculation also that goes along with it. It doesn't just sit like that. And then you can connect it. In its own house, in its own house, don't count the 3 boxes. It's not 3, it's only 2. So I use 2, right? And I come down and I use 1 here, and I come down and I use 1 here. Then I do this on the other side. Now, when I do this, you tell me if I can do this. Over here. So let's check it out and see if it's possible. So let's see if we can bring this in. All right. And wow. Okay. Whoa. So I would go from here to here to here to here to here to here. Then I would go from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. Then I can do one into the lower house. How would I connect these now? Would I connect them like that? Now, this is only in a singularity. I'm only looking at it from one way. I can also connect it the other way like I did, right? And show you that I connected, whoop, hold on a second. I know it's a rough, but just for trend of thought, I can connect these 9 over here. And then in the next part, I can connect these 9 over here. And then I can look and see if what's going on inside of this piece. If I didn't do this, if I didn't do this, then this is what it could have looked like. This is when you connect the cube to that. That's the Vatican doors. I like to look at 8 for 88. I like to look at 7 of 8 and 7 of 8 for the 77. What is 7 times 7? 7 plus 7 equaling to 63 to phallus. 1 between 2 equals to 3. I need 6 and 3 to come together. 3, 6, 3, 3, 6, 6, 3 to come together for the cube because that's the way the cube is set up. I need the 4, 5 to come together because that's the way the cube is set up. I need the 5, 4 to come together because that's the way the cube is set up. 3, 6 reflecting 1, 4. And then what you have, 4, 5 connecting 2, 3 BC. Before the Christ, after the death, you tell me, irrelevant to the fact the books were written. Now we're looking over the words of time. You cannot deny the words of time. You cannot deny the math. You cannot deny this cube. You cannot deny the deck of cards. You cannot deny the hockey game, the football game, the baseball game. 36 inches to a yard, an empty net goal, a grand slam, 4 balls, 3 strikes will never happen, but will be written on the card. And when the count is full, it'll be 3 and 2. The 6th pitch will be the action pitch. It'll be 4 balls or 3 strikes. You are on base or you are out. Baseball is 27-27. Wrigley Field in Chicago. Was it the last one that played only in the light? Detroit or D500 for ET DNA. Silence in Detroit. It was a Red Wing, 27, and W for wing and communication and ING. Because you can have a ring and a wing, you can even sing. So how and should we use the ING? They are the same numeric value. Therefore, we have to establish an understanding with BC, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, which comes out of the school of 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, equaling to 1 and 2. The story, what is the gematria? What gives gematria its leg to stand on? How can we give gematria more, what can you call it? Give it more robotics to help it move, to understand the number 5 itself and not just the 5th zodiac sign, or born on the 5th day at the 5th hour at the 5th minute when there's 12 more times 5 to equal to the 60. Let the stories tell the stories. Let's stay out. I'm looking for those interested, those who have the know-how that we can get this mathematics onto a calculator, that we can play a game. You can come out here and just come and play the game, the word game. It'll tell you where you are, where you stand, depending on the questions you ask. And we can figure it out a lot faster than what I'm doing. There's a lot of angles I'm still trying to understand. There's a lot of connections, and guess what? It's not only me. Many, many, many will hurdle me very, very easily. There are many out here. Oh, and I built this. This used to be a chair, right? I figure I can put my iPad in it, if like I can put my but really it was made to put my iPad in and I can flip it upside down. So yes, some of the things are like this. Here is the octagon, and inside it's split. How many cubes are here? There's one cube here, and one cube here is two. Two cubes. Or are there four? I need to have at least a cube here. I need to have a center. In order to do this, I need centers. I need windows. Irrelevant to that in the explanation of the build, I take one, I draw it here, here, here. This is three. And upside down, that's three. And to this side, that's three. And to this side, that's three. This three is intercepted. Intercepted. Can you call these all moons? How many stations would there be here? And this is, I have to redo this to have the exact, okay, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Three times six, 3 plus 6, 18 and 9 equals to 27. Does it move? You go in here and come out here? Does this shift? And if it shifts, you come out here. And if it shifts up here, you come out here. The letter I was one of my biggest drawings. This is where the ace comes in. The ace splits to two sides. You draw the line across. You have the left angle and the right angle, the two houses. On one side, you have the soul. On the other side, you have the bridge. Standing on guard for thee. Stand on 17, AG, the silver cord. Hamburger buns, what's between the buns? The Twin Towers. Then I put the one in between. To fit the one in between, you had to cut off the walls. And in 2013, I did this. And in 2017, they built the Twin Tower, same thing. It was basically an obligation. So here is the letter I from this side. And then here's the letter I from this side. And then I just made the rainbow. You see that? Just made the rainbow and connect both sides. And I put the two earmuffs on. I'm still trying to understand this. Even when you look at it, you got three letters, 81. You got four letters, 108. You got 5 letters, 135, working with the sun, working with Aries over here. You have 4 letters equaling to 68, dividing of the 7th gate. You have 6 letters starting with AU gold. Could have been a gust of wind, I don't know. It's a UG. Oh yeah, check that out. Check that out. 373. Everything to do with being first and last. Location. AU is gold, sign for gold. Sign of division, sign of first and last. August. September, take away the Burr month. Burr equals to 25. October equals to 25 equals to 87 or 78. 25. 1, 2, 3. In French, this says décès, to death. Separating what is the B and the R in the E world. I think the Hebrews call it Ben instead of Bear. January is 90, if I remember, January is 96, 11, 25, 35, 45, 46, 56, 63, 73, 8. Wow, what? 25, 43, 44, 55, 64, 65, 75, 79, 80, 90. February is 96. March is 14, 32, and 11, 43. There's a bridge. April is 56, 2 moons of Mars. But in 56, they have Lyra inside. The I and the L is your birthday, the 9 for your birth. Here is a division inside R and I. 3 by 6, 3 plus 6. Looks like your financing comes in, your APR. Look, just like in Capricorn, right? The association at 10 comes in May. I'm just trying to see 12, 25, 37 LY. This is a juncture in the fleur-de-lis. Why? Because it's going to connect what is 1 and 36, 37, what is 2 and 35, 37, what is 3 and 34, or the 3, 4, 3, 7. Okay, this is the hexagon, octagon come together here. 3, 4, 3. I have to remember because of the 37. And anyways, yeah. So we did that. I was thinking of moving that into the room. Yeah, she went to sleep on me. So I made that little thing, and I'm just happy that, it's just clean in that corner. I heard a song like that, and all the songs they ever wrote, if we can create that program, right, with the equations that we have, we can enter songs into it and see an alternate reality within the songs they're singing, right? Even the groups and names. In fact, you can go back to any period history of time, and I found my Monopoly game. It's almost time for a short break. Does anybody have to do a 1 or a 2? Is it possible that everybody here can do the 1? You see, I'm like when I do my 1, not always at night, I like to do the 1 sitting, but during the day, I'll do the 1 standing, and then I'll think there's others in the house they might hear, and then I'll say, it's not my house. I don't want it to splatter anywhere for the number 1. So, when you're standing, and I'm not standing on 17, or resting, because stand and rest can be the same thing, and I'm not at the restroom or the rest area, but then again, the dealer must be resting on 17. I wonder why. What's going on with the organs, right? Well, if I'm doing a number 1, I also have a 71, and I also have a 63. That's down there. I get the 71 with the 63. That's what comes out. 71 comes out. Virgo gets the same number. 71. Silver cord in Virgo. Also, there's another silver cord in Pisces gets 71. Yes. So Pisces gets 71. The phallus gets a 71. Well, it's actually a 63. It's what the hijacking is of everything, Hijacking off, off is 666, right? High is 89, bringing the birth into the cubic heaven, right? Should we have this cubic heaven? Right? Bringing 2 tetrahedrons together. So if I brought these two, okay, if I made two of these and brought them together, and there are four sides, how many sides should I have here? So I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 6. And I have four sides here. So what was 8 is now 6. So we're going to count, okay? We're going to count. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, now I got 4. So over here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here. But when I put it up this way, okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here it is. 1, 2, 3. That was not easy to find, and it's right in front of me. Do you follow me? I got a window here. I got a window here and a window here. I join it with 1, 2, 3, 4 sticks, and 1 stick is 5. 5 sticks must go in how many directions? Okay, I must complete. This is incomplete, but anyways, we're leaving it at that for now. Okay, I don't know if I should have put this here like this, or I should have let my sticks run out like I did with this one. See, I didn't run it and chop it off into the center, so I have to redo this and think about it. I believe that whatever we can create has already been created before. Am I talking loud? How's everybody doing? I think I'm going to make a toast. Maybe we can go and hear one of my songs, a song. Wow, I wish I can just find it so much easier than how long it takes. Oh, yeah, this is not so bad. Oh, yeah, this is better. Wow, they must have changed the system, or thank you very much, whoever is doing this for me. Angels, yes, thank you. Put me in that position. So, oh, wow, this is... Oh, my. Wow. Oh, yeah, look at that. I had a nice trim in my beard that time of the year. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look over this. I'm going to play one small song. Then I'm going to put up here a few numbers from what I had written down over the years. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm interested in looking at it. Okay, I'm going to find it on here. Yeah, we all need like a teeny weeny little break, right? I have to make things a little bit more accessible. Not only that, I can't even... I can't, but I could, and I will. I will succeed. Okay, let me see this here. Oh, yeah, this is fun. Okay. Okay, this is fun.
Here's the update. Metaphors times the C element. Rest your soul, take a break, find some peace today. Like God who rested on the seventh, let the world drift away. The system's genesis begins with light, power surges on, a word of code, let there be life, and the circuits hum along. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity, the Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place and every way, rest connects us all. Restore points echo Eden, a garden for repair. When errors fall like Adam's sin, redemption's always there. As manager, the angel's sword guards what can't return. But updates run like saving grace, so we don't crash and burn. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity, the Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place, in every way, rest connects us all. I stand, I rest on 17, standing, resting, says the horse, of course. The drivers are commandments, each one set to guide. The virus-like temptation must be cast aside. The Sabbath is the reboot where the soul can realign, and on the seventh day it rests, God's design. Divine updates are epistles sent to show the way. Fixing bugs, restoring truth, like prophets in their day. The system's Pentecost arrives, the Spirit breathes anew. Power flows, creation wakes, and life begins day two. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity, the Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place and every way, rest connects us all. Rest your soul, take a break, find some peace today. The seventh day has ended, now it's time to press play. This version blends the biblical story of creation, grace, and restoration with PC metaphors, offering a spiritual connection to the systems we use daily. This version blends the biblical story of creation, grace, and restoration with PC metaphors, offering a spiritual connection to the systems we use daily. Here's the updated metaphors times the PC element.
Just give me a second. I'm going to put on another song. Oh, here's a French song. I don't know. I like that.
Reste cool, reste chill. Pas d'insulte, pas d'embrouille, tranquille. Pas besoin de mots trop crus. On garde ça frais, on garde ça pur. Pas de F-bomb, pas de S-mot, pas de juron, c'est zéro. Pas de crash, pas de drame. On envoie du son, on envoie des flammes. Pas de géo, pas de crash, juste de l'air bien frais. Pas d'embrouille, pas de haine, on reste dans la paix. Pas de pique, pas de coup bas. Tout le monde cool, tout le monde gras. Pas de gros mots ici, on reste clean, on reste smooth, on garde sa folie. Pas de gros mots ici, pas de gros mots ici. On fait la fête, on s'éclate, on kiffe la vie. Pas de tweet sur ton boss, ni sur tes amis. On balance pas les noms, c'est pas notre vie. Pas besoin d'insulter, pas besoin de crier. On met juste le feu sans tout gâcher. Pas de méchanceté sur le grand patron ou le mec en bas, c'est pas la question. Pas de diable, pas de ça. On fait que danser, on fait que peindre. Oh, c'est un défi. Fais ça frais, fais ça fort, fais groover, fais vibrer sans sortir du décor. Pas de combat, pas de gros mots. Juste du flow et des beaux mots. Pas de gros mots ici, pas de gros mots ici. On reste chill, on reste zen, on garde ça joli. Pas de gros mots ici, pas de gros mots ici. On danse, on bouge et c'est parti. Allez, secoue, lâche rien. On s'entend parler mal pour faire du bien. Un big up à toi, un big up à nous. On reste classe et c'est tout. Yeah, pas de gros mots ici, juste le groupe et la vie. Ça garde le même esprit funky, positif, tout en restant fluide en français. T'en penses quoi?
Okay. Stop it. Stop it. A little too much, a little too loud. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this milk or cream is still good. So where are we going from here? I was working on this one design with those doors, with those 88s. I can continue on to show you that. If anybody has any questions, I'll tell you one thing. I go through these books just one after the other, going through things. Sometimes I remember what I did. I can't share anything, obviously, that I have forgotten. Um, so if there's something that really it's more what is pertinent to you, like these, how the association, for instance, what we're living in right now, 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, the 1 month of 1 day for 3 years. This is our calendar. So I talk about things like that. Binary doubling up, 1 over to 2, double up to 4, double up to 8. But after that, there's no more. You must go 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. So even if I did do 15 at 8 and 8 is 16, 7. I move over to 7. But do I connect 1 and 6 in the game? So these are other elements to add on to what is already out there. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. What comes from 3? 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. What comes from 3? 6, 6, 6. Nope. Another 6, 24. Nope. Another 6, 5 6 is 30. Yeah, we can do that. 3 plus 0 is 3. Can we make that happen again? What if I went 1 times 6? That's only 6. But 6 rotates into itself, and so does 3. Every 4 times, 3 becomes itself again. Every 3 times, 6 becomes itself again. If we were looking at the zodiac, the first the first sign, Aries, would become itself at 13. And then it would become itself at 25, 7. And then it would become itself at 37, 2 air signs. And then it becomes itself at 49. And then 56, 11. 56, 2 28s, Mars moons running to the same cycle of ours, 28. What the numbers are, 21. 21 dots in the cube. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 168 hours. 28 equals to 84 for the cycles that we run. 1 between 2 equals to 3. What do I do on this page? What is this page all about? Why am I sometimes I get stuck, I can't channel. Where do I go next? I'm wondering if, like, this cream sort of froze on me, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm just looking at something. I'm trying to. Okay, this. Um, okay. 304th day of the year, Halloween. What is the 305th day? In a leap year. In a leap year. After the 29th, from March 1st to December 31st, okay, is going to be 305 days. You know, all of what is 9 in a cube is what is 3 by 3 equals a 9 face, right? It is 9 times the face, 6 equals to 54. It is what is 2 times the 9 face equals to 18. There are 3 facings, okay, equaling to 54, or what is 3 by 18, or what is 6 by 9 equaling to 54. Question of 9. Is it the one heart with 8 around, 8 and 1 equaling to 9? Is that the 9 that we're talking about? If you were talking about that 9, then what would be that 0? Would it be all of what is of in 9? Or will it be all that encompasses 1 within? And since 9 is 414, should it not be? Is that not what it is? Is that what 9 is? Or is that what 9 is? What's outside of 1? What would be the border of the 0? Just give me a second. I'm just. The 10, okay, okay. Maybe what is 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, okay, equals to 10. So it's 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. A, B, C, D on one side, A, B, C, D on the other side. They both connect up to the heart, and that would be the fifth position, equaling to 15, 15. Okay, this is where Saturn squared comes in. The thing is about this piece of art is it's an 81 area space, a 9 by 9, right? And I'm working with 1 between 2 equals to 3, and then I bring in the 9 birth. Minimum is 9, 3. Maximum is 9, 4. Everything else becomes the reflection. Everything works at 3.5, the center of the seventh gate. Those are the mathematics. If it is not understood, I'll explain it and why. Half of 7 is 3.5, but is it a heart zone, or is it a split? That if it's a heart zone, it'll occupy all of me. But if it's a split, it'll be right here, and it means the center is where I am. Just like in hockey, the halfway point of the game is 30 minutes into the game, you're on ice. Frozen on ice, 20 minutes at a time, 3 by 20, 60, 3 by 120, 360. We have a Bat's Mitzvah for 12 for the soul by Rabbi Fine. Everything I like to speak has already been documented. You can find it online, maybe on one of the search engines. I don't like to use anything that's new when I show you things that I can paint or observant too. If I say something, it has to be in the relevancy of the existence. Einstein, 1776, 25,920. The Giza Pyramid, 5184. Or what is 5 times 5184, 25,920? What is 2160, a hexahedron? What is 720 times 3, 2160, a tetrahedron? What is 720, half a day? And what is April 1st, April Fool's Day, because it is only half of the day. The number 22 for the Fool card, for the 1/4 of the 88 constellations, wearing of the ring. When I spoke 2 minutes ago about all these numbers over here, they are over here. There are 9. 9 on this side, 9 on this side. That is 18. Then I take the script, and it says to me, add or remove 1. There are 9 to begin with. There are 9 to begin with. It shows me 1. I see there's 8 left over. I see there's 8 left over. I take that cube, and I want to see what's on the other side of that cube. So I turn it around, and it's a 6. So I see the top 3 and the bottom 3. I see 3 left over. 8 and 3 is what is 1 and 6 equals to 7 equals to 11. Just to let you know, every 71 minutes equals to what is 1 hour, 11 minutes. Now check this out. 1 times 1 is 1. Right? 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1 equals to 3. Now we're going to spin it around. 6 times 6, 36. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 and 36 equals to 48. 4 and 8 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. Now let's go on to the next one. That's going to be E5 to the minus. Here we have 2. So I put it up here. And if I see 2, I see these 2. I don't see these 7. I don't see the 7 here. I see the 5. I don't see the 4 edges. 7 and 4, 11. We have 8, 3, 11, 7, 4, 11. And it shows up in the 5th position. 5, 14, 23, 32 equals to 74. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4, the 28-day cycle of this 19 is the heart of this cube. If we can learn the numbers properly, okay, to its perfection, asking and filling into the AI, into our own AI, and showing it which way to go, right? And all in truth, all in honesty, you can't make a math mistake. Everybody will notice right away. Ask the question, why? Why that equation? Why did I do that? How did I manipulate it? The thing is, I'm going to be fair to every single letter, all the same. So if the math is very easy to make, I'm fair to all the letters. I'm fair to all the numbers. I take and try to make no bias amongst it. It is not me, it is not you, it is not us. But if you, what I like to do is sometimes I'd say, like the other day, I learned about an association of the royal stars. Tell me about that. I want to know. I want to know about all these associations because I know the numbers. If I know the numbers, and then I basically know the cardinals, the fixed. I also know 88. So the 88 constellations, is that the 52 and 36 equaling to 88 off the piano? And B and F are very special. I did that today, right? B and F. With Mars. In Mars, okay, BF, okay, the Mars moons. You want the Earth moon? Turn it to the other side. You get AE. AE is 1-5. Earth moon holding 4-3-2 vibration. Mars moon 2-6 holding 3-4-5, holding you at par. Why do I say holding you at par? Hold on a second. When you go golfing, it's a par 3, a par 4, and a par 5. I have to do the same thing. I have to find where it is, and golf is perfect because we played a front 9 and the back 9, and the back 9 starts off in Capricorn. It becomes the 10th hole because the first 9 are done. All the algorithms from when I was born were in the 60s, from the 60s. It's never happened before in my life. I am going to achieve my age as to the year I am born. I will be 63 and 63, 1-for-1 exchange next year. I've never been there before. I know today what I didn't know yesterday, and I'm very happy to know it because for me, it only tells me one thing. It answers my question. I don't know how anybody can run so blindly and listen to something that speaks not of anything but a parable, for you only can choose your own direction. Even Abraham, oneself, in its numbers 44, is the due diligence to take upon yourself to think upon the breath you are given for life. But how should we know? It's a story. Alchemy, alphabet, the L letter, the usage of the L letter. I want to take just a break for just about 1 minute. If there's any questions, just like a 2-3 minute break. I just want to get oh, look at that. Wow. Man, I just really like my setup. I really like my setup. My drill, oh my God. My battery stopped working. No, my drill stopped working. So what did my battery do? It ran dry. What happened to my battery? I like to play with words. I want to know other words that can be replaced by some words. For instance, I can replace this 2 with a dot here and a dot here. I can replace this 1 with a dot over here. In fact, when I put the dot here, this 1 becomes 8 and 1/8. Like in the 88, like 81818181. And there are equations to find this. Just like the equation of just like the equation of 7. The equation of 7. You ever see that? You can draw a 7 like that, no? How about the number 1, right? Or maybe I'm going to do it a little smaller, right? You do the number 1 and you do it like that. Oh, let me take that away. Right? You do the number 1 like that, right? But then you continue the 1 that way. And now I take this 1 and that 1, right? I do that, right? And I do that, and I do that, and I take that 1 over here, but I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to do that, okay? When I do that, or do that, hold on a second. I go through here like that, I cut over like that, and I run up here like that. And that's the 1 over the 7 equals to that, and that's your silver cord inside that hexagon. That's 1 and 7, that's AG. And that it creates a number 4. And again, back to Abraham, 4, 4s, and 4. You know, 4 by 4 is 16, and 4 and 4 is 8. Look at that trinity. 1/3 is 8, right? And look at the 16, that's 2/3. Before the Christ, after the death, 1, 4, 2, 3, 55, right into the Aztec. The Aztec, they match up alphabet for alphabet, the 260 days. The 260 days of the Tzolk'in calendar. 26 letters in the alphabet, matching at 135. When you do an alphabet shift of 26 into 36, it moves by 5. That's absolutely perfect. You put A into the 6th position. You put it into the position of Earth. What happens is you put Z into the 31st position. 3 and 1 equals to 4. You put Earth into a water position. FA6 Z Z31. But give me a second. 31 is not as you think it is. It is 12, and 12 equals to 24 plus 7. So therefore we fall into what is Libra, an air sign. Now, if we run it by the days of the week, right? And the number I'm trying to achieve here is 31. It would be 4 by 7 equals to 28. And then we would end up on Sunday, Monday, we would end up on the 3rd day. So in one of them, I end up in the 7th moon, counting this by, where am I? Where was I? Yes, the 12 zodiac signs and the 12 zodiac signs. Sorry, I'm talking about the 12 zodiac signs. Okay, it's 24. If I would have talked about the 13, I'm going to do that next. Let me do that next. Okay, so if I base the number 31 and the alphabet, okay, off of the 13 moons, and the end result is here, it would take me 2 completions and then end up into Leo. Sorry, we can't end up into Leo. I'd end up into the 5th moon. I can't do it that way. This would be representing 26 as the dog. D-O-G, God, dog. 26, queen. 2-6 reverse. Here is 12-12, the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah. 12-12, cat. 24 hours a day, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 splits the 7th gate between 6 and 8. When you do the 24, if I run it now off of the zodiac, I go around the zodiac twice and then run into Libra. Look at that, feminine and the masculine, picking up the 6 and 6 zodiac through the 7th gate, 161. Then we run it over here to this one. Hold on a second. Where is that one? This is 31. 4 by 7 is 28. Why was I doing the 7 for 28? I forget what it was. Then plus 3 days. There was a reason for that. Oh, yes, the 7 days a week. So I went 4 complete weeks, and then on the 3rd day of the next month, or at the end of that month, okay, was it complete? So what is 3? 3 is like ABC 6. So when we end on 31 in this completion, we end on 6. Otherwise, when we end on 30 days, we end on 3. Why? After 28, it's 29 and 30. So that would be like 1 and 2 extra days. 29 and 30 is also 59. 30 and 31 is going to be 61, but I'm just working on the singular last day. 30 days and 31 days. 3 and 1 is 4. Right? 3 and 1 is 4. Playing on that 13th moon. The connection of 1 and 12, the connection of Aries to Pisces for 13. So now, yeah, I was talking about golf. So the 3 times 4 is 12 times 5 equals to 60 plus 12 equals to 72. That's the exact number you need. As now I got to figure this out, how to say this. 4 by 18 equals to 72. 3 by 4 by 5, 60 seconds on the clock. The 12 zodiac signs, connecting the feminine house. The number of the house, brown money, is 72. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, equals to 9 and 18, which splits the house and runs a platform. So it has some kind of operation in the center. Obviously, there are 3 poles. There are 3 poles to the cube, but the entire house is inside another's house, where 3 parts of the house, okay, is being run, and the other part is being run by whoever owns the central clubhouse, right? And they don't have, it's off, how can I say it? It's off grounds even for anybody here, in here. I'm just trying to see where I can find it here. Possibly because it's the heart of this cube. There are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. There's 1 in the center. That's 7. When you add up all these dots on this, you have 21. But what you don't see is the area space here. And most of the edges are empty. There's only 2 empty edges that are full here. That is it. And they play a role, either water and earth, earth and water, depending on whether you're using the ATM or the telephone. 6 and 6 equals 6 and 1 and 6 and 1. This is your true 7. Everything else is a 5. There are 4 20s. Sorry, there are 4 5s equaling to 20. It is 10 and it is 10. If the Aztec had to look at it, and then the other one would be the 7. Because when you penetrate it, it'll come right through. You never have more than 7 of 9 ever used. 1 and 2 come in singularity with 7 and 8. We don't repeat 7 and 8. If I remove 1 from here, there are 8 left over. If I remove 2 from here, there are 7 left over. If I remove 3, there are 6 left over. If I remove 6, there are 3 left over. 6 left over, 3 left over, 3 left over, 6 left over. If I do 4, There are 5 left over. Whoop. If I do 5, there's 4 left over. If I do 4, there's 5 left over. 4, 5, and 3, 6. The 3, 6 is here. The 4, 5 is here. The 3, 6 represents the male phallus. PEN, proton, electron, neutron. 16, 5, and 14. 755. Electric moon. 755 coming from 71. Yeah, the silver pearl. N14. IS 919 28. 919 RH. It is at the equator of wherever it is in us, but that's where it connects. So you can see they're coming on different angles. Each one gets a different pull. You see this one gets the 5-2 pull, and the 4-3 are connected, and the one on the bottom is going to get the 6-1. So each one has an open zone. It's just hard to tell. Well, in this one, it's 1 and 2. Can we take them all up? We sure can. It's silent. I got to put my music back on. There's a commercial over here. This guy's he's talking about building his muscles, and then he starts talking about his joints. I thought you had to be 18 and over or something for that stuff. All his joints he was talking about. Set myself free. So what is it with the Aztecs and the 260 days? Here it is. The Aztec, 260 days. 260. Or 8. You know what that is? This is 12-12. This is 13-13, as we spoke before. Feminine and the masculine. This is going to create 3-4-7. This is going to create 2-3-5. 4 hours and 20 minutes. 420 is 260 minutes. 4 hours and 20. If I said 260 minutes, you'd have 4 hours and 20 minutes. Someone that comes in fourth doesn't get a prize. And last is where 20th is on the first side of the cube. 20, 20 on each side, equaling to 80 for the 4 parts of the house. 420, 420. 420, 9 lives of the cat. 42 right over here. 3 by 24, 72. 3 by 42, 126. 3 by 54, which is the sun, equals to 162. 3 by 42 is 126. I think it's 6 by 12. No, but anyways, just to get to the lowdown fact of this, what it is that it's really, really crazy how these two numbers are relative to what is 126? It's 63. What is 162? It's 81. What is 63? It works in the 321s to the cube. What is 24? 9 live communication of the cat, dividing house 6 and 8 for the reasons that 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 equals to 6 and 8. And the reverse side is 5 times 3 equals to 15. 5 plus 3 equals to what is 8. I mean, it's pretty weird, eh? 7 times 6 is 42. 7 plus 6 is 13. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 and 8 is 14. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3, 23. Create 5 and 5. Create 6 and 4. So this one, you're going to have a water earth. Here, you're going to have 2 fires coming together through the 7th gate. 5 and 3, electric company. It's going to fit with electric company. Where does this come from? This comes from the 5 connecting the lower house to the upper house. You see the 3 and 4, right? They walk the bridge together. So when they walk the bridge, 4 will connect with 2 that walks the bridge to 3, goes over to 5. Where's that again? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, right? And 4, 1. 3 over to 1 down to 4, and they created the chess piece, the knight, and that's a 7. 1 over this way, and that's a 7. 2 over to 5. That's a pass. So what went through? Through the 7th gate of 5. A, B, C, D, the full association. The lower house and the upper house. BC, before the Christ, after the death. The 1 I use as the A. You ever see what the A looks like? Seven, 1, 6 looks like a picnic table. You have the 7, you have the A1, and then you have the 6. Now you split it right here. What is the Schumann resonance? Okay, I don't remember where it was. Just give me a second. 29 by 27. Okay. 29 by 27. Okay. 29 times 27 is the Schumann resonance. Okay. That is bringing the birth into the gateway, where the division of 7, the 7 days a week. So where does the 9 go? Where is the 9 in all of this? Right? The 9 plays a role in 13 and in 12. I have to take a break. I got to make a phone call. Just give me 5 minutes, all right? And when I can't think, it's hard for me, obviously. Be hard for anybody, right? Anybody have any interesting questions? Something they want to, I don't know. I don't even know where to go with that. I like to talk about, and I finally found my game of Monopoly because I straightened out my books. I'm so happy I straightened out those books up there. My game was on the bottom, right? So, and I had something down here. It's been bothering me. I felt like I was squeezed in, and I just put up this little thing here, right? And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel, look at that. Oh my God. Whew. Now that everything's in order. Okay, so yes, so where was I with this? Yeah, even my cute little bench I built, I think it's really cute. You can put a seat on here and just move yourself around. I forget what I was going to do. Oh, yes, that music. Yeah, you still there? He's quick. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I was just listening to, hold on a second. Can I just do this? Sorry, really sorry about that. I can run these things really long, but when I'm standing here, maybe we should do this one here. The Q and the Z. Where are the Q and the Z? All right, hold on. QZ. The Q is the 17th letter. The Z is the 26th letter. The dog is the Z. The Q is what is the reverse of what is A, B, C, D. Okay, so for whatever that reality is, I'm not telling you an end story. I'm just telling you an associative story right now at this time, right? We'll eventually go a little bit further. But I'm just taking 2 minutes for myself over here. Okay, so if you take a look at this, the telephone is not the same, right? On the telephone, what you get is the seventh number holds the Q. It's 17. The Z is the 26th letter, goes between the 9. They put the continuation in 1 from 9 to continue the alphabet. And guess what? They're both 8s. It's 88. It's also 43 DC CD cold and hot. You have the green, the yellow, and the red. The green is a mix of blue. The orange comes from the red and the yellow. Cancel, clear, enter. I think sometimes I take everything seriously. Will I disregard this? The alchemy. X72, 24 by 3 in between WXY. U is the 21st at 63.9. R18 by 3 because of the average 54.9. N42, what is 13, 14, 15 on the 6? 42 is 6. What is K33 inside? 5. That's what they're telling us by the breath of Leo, Scorpio. H24, 789. What is ABC2 runs into what is 4? 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, ABC. 3 and 4 runs the same corridor. E15, the O world. 3 connects. 3, 7 through 5, 1, 9 through 5, 4, 6 through 5. How's everybody doing? How do I get this off? Oh yeah, I couldn't even see this. Here is the silver chart. So our silver connection, right? What is happening to it? Why is the price going up? What is the AG? Your AG is your 28, right? Through the moon, right? Through the moon. Silver is number 85. It starts with a 5 and a 1, like in Mars, 51. Holding on to the soul. Yes, so where was I? Yes, so hold on a second. I'm flipping the camera. I've just got a little lost here for a second. So let me do this. And oh God, how many things have I dropped and broken? How many things? How many things can I lose that are supposed to be right here in front of me? How's everybody doing? I find that I am not very entertaining tonight, but if you have questions, I'm still looking to learn about the alphabet. Monopoly. From every corner, 5 to a train. From every corner, 10 to another corner. The Aztecs. This is number 12, property 13. This is 28, property 29. Counting go all the way here. Counting backwards, go all the way here. But if you stand on go and you don't count the corners, it's 9, 9, 9, 9, and 9. Counting the corners or not. This borderline is too high, making this square, making this rectangular. Even though it's not fully rectangular, I don't know what this is yet. I'd have to look at the pool table and see what they did there. This definitely, okay. I thought that would have been more tough. Yes, I'm very, very excited that it looks like things are in order. Okay. Where was I with this? Where was I? Was I on something old, new? I didn't finish off on my first piece of A, B, C, D. I'm not going to do that. Maybe something to do with, I think I have this here. Where is it? Where is it? So what I am looking for right now, where can I have put it? Oh, I can do snakes and ladders. Wow, we can do snakes and ladders and take a look and see what's going on here. Yeah, I can do this after. I think it's all pertinent. It's part of the game. What are they telling us? They sold a lot of games. It's still out there. But I can't find the... Wow. I just thought of something. Wow. Okay. Where sorry about that. I'm looking for a piece that I did. Okay, I can't find it here. Okay, the piece that I did, let me find it. I think I'm gonna just like take a break or something, because no questions, and I'm not sure where I'm going right now. So we talked about singularity, numbers 1, 2, 7, and 8, and all the combinations that we can make with these numbers, and what happens with these numbers. Let me see. Um, well, 9 is everywhere. So how am I going to look at this? How do I look at this? Inside both houses, the association of what is 819 and 279. So there are two nines. Here there is 639 and there is 459. The reverse of 5 is 4. The reverse of what is 5 in the cube is with 2. The reverse of 6 in the cube is with 1. The reverse of 4 in the cube is with 3. So we didn't see 7 and 8. 1 is being used, 2 is being used. So these are completely out. This one shows up once, and when this one shows up, this one is surrounding it. In fact, everything that this is creates what this is. And that's where you can find it here. 1 and 1/8 times 8 equals to 9 area spaces. But there's many ways to look at this. Is it 9 area spaces or 9 individual cubes? Is it 9 dots, 9 areas, 4 windows? The 7 and the 8, as I spoke before, and I still don't have a complete understanding of all the numbers, only together. Those who do electricity, those who do plumbing, those who study, who know about the stories of the Bible or whatever the Torah is, wherever the numbers exist elsewhere, it is very important to understand those stories. The 7 and 8 is what is 15. The 1 and 2 is what is 3. I always see this as a very strong number. And one of the reasons, and I become very repetitive, is the combination of 617, a 527, and 437 culminate in its reduction to what is 4 minus 3 and 7 minus 6, where 7 and 3 is 10 and 6 and 4 is 10. When you minus it, they both become 1. A 28-day cycle. When you take 5 plus 2, 5 minus 2 equals to 3, as 8 minus 5 equals to 3. 2 and 8 are the cycle, bringing 55 together, 10. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals 3.5, the heart of the cube. The seventh gate, for the reason the flip side of 3, 5 is 2, 4. Nine minus 4 is 5, 6 minus 1, A, B, C, D, E, F. So what I like about this is it explains to me the game of pool. I have 15 balls in the game of pool. I have 7, 1, and 7. I'm not going to use the 16th cue ball, all right? So if I want, I'm going to count 0 and count all the way up to 15. So when you start 0 to 15, okay, what I would do is I would say 0, 1, 2, 3, and I'd equal to 120. So what happens is 4 times 5 times 6 equals to 120. So that is where you add 1 through 15 to get to that, and that's a 717. So you have the upper 7 and the lower 7 connected by 1 in the game of pool. That's a silver chord, right? Here holds the vibration. The reverse alphabet is this. The 135, okay, is the heart of the alphabet. You can also say M and E. What is the difference between M and E? It's Scorpio. It's 5, 8 equals 13 Fibonacci. If you want to look at it that way, 8 is the difference. What came to 5? It was 8. You can look at it that way, but it's the heart of the alphabet, 13.5, or 135 degrees. It's also the sun ace. House has been divided. So you can see here the cube is 6 and 1, 5 and 2, 3, 4. The reverse, the reverse, the reverse. Here we have a total of 15 and 24. Well, I'm just going to write out what it just said. So when I finalize these numbers and just bring it down just simply to see what it says, I'm going to leave the totals down here. So I brought all these totals. Now what I did is I went 6, 6, 6, 6. Should I have went 39 and 21? What is 39 and 21? When you connect all your 7s in the lower house, 21, 2 and 1, 3, and you connect all your 13s in the upper house, see the upper house is all 13s. So what are these 13s? You see this here, this is the Hebrew year right now, 5786. 57, 5 and 8, 13, 7 and 6, 13. Year of the silver matrix, 26. Next year, we complete the loop, and after that, we tail off into 2028. You don't want to go into 2028. Do you follow the word I said? Don't go. Go and don't go. The don't go, okay, is what is 1112. The pass line 55. Anyways, this over here, one is the high side, one is the low side. Your calculator is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to connect cardinal over to an earth. We connect what is an earth over to a fire. We connect an air over to a water. We equal on the negative into Leo fire. We enter into the air sign. We enter into Aries fire. If we add it on, we go all into 7. So we have 1, 3, 5, all goes into 7. On the third one, A, B, C. The fourth one is the completion. Whether it's A, B, C, whether it's A, B, D, it's the next one that goes on. The first 3 complete at 60. Adding the last one equals to 40, which is how much less than the 60? Or how about starting at the 40 and then adding on 60? You only be adding on 1.5 times your value and equaling to 100%. And we're running at 60 minutes, 60 seconds on the clock. So this is basically what we get out of the face of our numbers. So, what I wanted to talk about maybe is jump in to these cards. So, what do I do here? Is anybody new here? Never really sure what to say, but it's the alchemy of gematria. It's the alchemy of the alphabet. It's the alchemy of geometric shapes. I want to understand angles in a basic form. That if I had 135 degrees and a 225 degrees, I make a 360 degrees. That's it. That's all. I either got a donut or I got a pancake. On the pancake, there ain't no hole in the center. So what does that mean? Does that mean that that is the center that's been flattened out into the pancake, or it never was? Or what is the hole in the donut is 8 times, okay, what is the pancake? And the reason I say that, here's the hole in the center. Now, if I take away that hole, or I have to take away all of these, and I'd only end up with 4 areas. So my donut has 9, my pancake has 4. But once I add this to the 4 corners, I separate 1, 3, 7, and 9 with 2, 5, 8, 4, 5, and 6. I associate with 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, or 3 and 6, or 3 and 6. 4 and 5 is not the Trinity. 4 times 1 and a quarter is what 5 is, which is an equivalent to 5 times 5 times 5. Bring on the Mayflower. It's funny that 3 numbers equals to 6, and 3 numbers equals to 24. That's 4 times the difference. 4 times the difference. Now I use 4 numbers, and I use 4 numbers, and now it's 10, and now it's 30. So 4 numbers made 3 times the difference, and 3 numbers made 4 times the difference, bringing my 3 and 4 bridge even closer together. Fixing itself at Capricorn Sagittarius at number 19 at the heart of this cube. Does anybody like the place? Anybody like this? Does anybody want to take a look around? Do you know I made this in 2015. You could have found it online until the company shut down the other end of the world. I wrote about it. Do your own studies. Abraham, number 44, due diligence. What is 4 and 4? What are the numbers? What do we want to know? I know that when I'm not here, I get like, I just sit here and I'll just stare at some of the words and all of a sudden know something. Or somebody will come up and say, look at the zodiac. Do you see this association? I'll look and go, oh yeah, okay. I can create and see the algorithm, because this channel is that I want to share what I see, and then you do what you do with it. If you're a plumber, an electrician, a way you teach in school, if you're a mechanic, the way the motor, the transmission, the differential, when the car is turning the corner, it looks like they're going backwards. How do pulley systems work? Augers, cars, trucks. Amateur. The word am is soul in French. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigos? No hablé español un poquito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh! Yeah, I've got My toe is talking to me. Talks to me, and when I don't listen, it just, it just does its thing. Just does its thing. Does its thing. That's what happens when we're mechanically connected, right? I'm kidding. Close what? Did I close what? No, didn't close. Didn't close at all. So, the relationship again in the game of pool is that when you count 1 through 5, it equals to the 15. That is the base of everything. It's a base of fives. You can see it in football. There's also basis of what are threes, the 36 inches. The 5 and the 36 and the 12 or the 3 come together as 1, 2, 3, and 4 make the whole difference. 1, 2, 3 is 6 or 60 seconds on the clock. And when you add the 4, it becomes 10 or 100%. When you look at Roman numerals, all the Roman numerals, Roman numeral M, D, C, L, X, V, and 1. So you have 1, 0, 0, 0. You have 0, 5, 0, 0. You have 0, 1, 0, 0. You have 0, 0, 5, 0. You have 0, 0, 1, 0. You have 0, 0, 0, 5, 0, 0, 0, 1. Something like that. Looks like the same thing. So after that, we got, well, let's just take that off, right? So after that, what do we got? We've got 2 here equals to a 6. And we got 2 here equals to a 6. And we got 2 here equals to a 6. And then we got a 1. And this is equivalent to 5 divided by 3 is 1.666. A, B, C equals to 6, right? You add D equals to 4. It equals to 100%. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's completion right in this reality. Now check it out. M is a 4. D is a 4. So the first 1,500 is Abraham. You get 1,500 to start Monopoly. The next one, begin with Isaac, because that's a 3 and a 3. Abraham and Isaac, the reverse cube. And then what you get is you get 6, 4, 9 at the end. You have to figure out what that is. Well, the X would connect to the C, and that would be your base creation sex. Your V would connect to the E, so through the energy of the E world that you are born, 9694, 964. The 6 is the 9. I'm not going to look. The 4 is what is made up of 7 and 1, that it takes 313 to connect to 7. Now, the 313 is the 4, is what is the 7 on each side of what is the 4. It's a 313 connect. So I'm assuming, I could be wrong, that it is a 313 connect, and the 4 itself is representing the 7 inside what is the V5, connecting the left and the right side of numbers, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8. But when you can connect a V to connect the left and the right, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, let's not forget, this doesn't have to be 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, and 9. And let's not forget, if it's a V up here, how come I can't put the V sideways or upside down? Guess what? You can. And instead of the V, why not just one straight line all the way through? Well, and sometimes you don't want to go all the way through, right? You're going down this way and this way. You're meeting over here. The story stops over here. What story are you telling? Yeah, I wanted to take like, okay, I'm going to put a toast in, take a couple of minutes, put a toast in. Was I drinking something? If anybody's got any questions, or maybe I'm going to just take a little bit of a break now and prepare some questions. I'm going to come back in a couple hours. Maybe I'm going to join somebody else's show so it'll be a little less taxing. I know I don't complete some stuff. There are certain designs that I do that I have questions for myself, and I still have a lot of work to do. Right now, I am working on, and I wish I can find it before. Oh, here it is. Oh, I got it. Wow. So what you can see is this number is divisible all the way to here. When it gets here, you can see it's 10% of itself. The only divisible is with 7. And this one shows up at 7. What is the answer over here? 8, 5. So if you look at this, this would be 6 divided, right? When you get to this area here, this is what is 6 divided by 7 is 857,142. This one is 857,143. It never gets there. And here it does. I've never seen this before. At 3702, that's when it gets there. So now I have to see what that difference is. Let me do that math. 3702 times 7 is 25,914. So I'm missing 6. Do you follow what I'm saying? I'm missing 6 and 86 to 100. I'm missing 46 to get to 60. Where do I want to get to? What is that 14, right? But in all, the Aztec is 25,920. So I am missing 6. So every equation has to have a different result, right? It's telling me where I stand. When I run from 11 to 20, right? Look at 1296, right? 6 times 6 times 60, 1296. The moon, 2160, hexahedron. That'll be actually, we'll reach that eventually, right? 5184. Look at that, the Giza pyramid. The rainbow in the Giza pyramid is 42. 3 by 17, 51, 3 by 28. You know what I like about this one is this. 3 by 17, 3 by 28, 7 by 4 equals 28. 7 plus 4 equals 11 minus 28 equals to 17. Mars, Jesus, cycling the energy within the moon. All our 11s inside the cube as the master numbers. So now we can power down and we see our vibration. Then we see 32.4 inside 8, 18 by 18 or 180, 3240. 288, we end the cycle of 72s, 9 by 8. 72 degrees, 72 degrees, 72 degrees, 72 degrees. We should end on October 15th, right over here. 4 times 72 degrees. October 15th, the 288th day. 1620, we're with the moon. 1728, look at that. The same here is over here, 5184, 3 times 5184. So 15 goes with 5. Then we see all these divisibles. I have to find out where this goes, if it's a perfect number. 3 numbers, 6 numbers, 3 numbers, 6 numbers, 3 numbers, 6 numbers, 2 numbers, 6 numbers, 2 numbers, 6 numbers. And they should be all perfect or missing by a 0.1, giving me an alternative answer. So let me see. Like this one over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4. And I'm going to multiply that by 7. It equals to 87. Wow. Power station. Divided by 7. No, because what it is 285714 is what is 2 divided by you see this over here? 428571, right? Well, when you go to 3 divided by 7, right? Oh, hungry. So what you do is you have 3 divided by 7 is 4285, and then you have 428571. Here, 4285714, because it just repeats itself. So if I clear this and just go 42785, 428571. 428571 times what? What was I forget what the answer was. Times 7 is supposed to equal to 3. Okay, so that is, okay, let me see. Trying to remember which number it was. Oh, no, that's not what it was. It was 3 divided by 7 is 42. That's what it was. So this one is equatable into 3. That's this one here, the 14. 4285, right? We want to do this one. I don't know. I went into this one today. I don't remember. This is going to be 6. 6 divided by 7. 85714. 85714. This is with 3. It's with 3. It's missing 0.1 in order to get there because it starts at 999,999. 142857. So this is 143857. So I don't want to get into that right now. So let me just work this down. We can see from 20 to 30, there's a lot of algorithms in here. Some I do know, some I've seen before. I don't remember exactly where they are. And if I had the machine made up of everything that's divided, they're easy to find. All you have to do is ask ChatGPT to divide every single number from 1 to 99, and you'll see all this show up. And you'll see exactly where it's located, right? So you can see the 1818. This one over here, the 26, right? 92307. Well, let me show you, right? That's 92307 is 1 divided by 13. Oh, no, not 1, 12. 11, 12, 12. 12 divided by 13. 923. Over here. How did I know that? How did I know that? Because I just remembered the algorithm. There's only 2 numbers. There's only 2 numbers in the algorithm. What else is there? Yes, I know this one also. I don't know that one. 571428. See this one over here? 57, that's 4. Check. Check. 4. Hold on. See the 57? Hold on a second. Let me find it again. Here. See the 35? That's the heart of the cube. That's where 4 is, 313. That's where 4 is, 4 divided by 7. 5714285. 5714228. They put 29. Same thing, it's just it repeats over there. That's 28. So we can do this a little bit more. Let's see what else. Here, number 63. 63, 63, 63. Everything begins in 63, ends in 63. Guess where we are right now? That's the year. This October makes the end of 63. You get to the corridor by 64, 2028. You're on the first of the year, 2029. You're on to another section of 189 plus 63. It's got to be 240, 252 is 126, cycling in the moon. 21, 21, 21 is 63, which is 12, 12, 12. We're irregardless, 3 by 63 for the male phallus, which is 7 times 7, 7 plus 7, and we'll reduce down to here, 480, and bring it from here all the way to here, equaling to the word love. You can also start at 45 and bring it all the way down if we want to work on this number here, but irregardless, all these numbers are here. And to finish it off, you can see the way the 81 showed up over here. See that 18, 81 here? And then you're going to see it here. See, and then you're going to see it. So you see that twice. So you can see that everything in numbers. And when you see certain numbers, 1, 2, 7, and 8, you know they're in the singularity, and 1 comes into the game through 8. When you see 2, the same thing. 3, 4, 5, and 6 is love. They fulfill the empty space like the Holy Ghost. Okay, let me see what this is. I just started looking at some of the stuff. Hold on. Amazon shipped the Echo. What Echo? Yes, AI-19. You can also go J or S. You can go R if you want to go for a 9. It's funny that the RH assembles together, okay, where the R is 18 equals to 9 in itself. That the I of 1 and 8, heavens resides in 9 and in that birth. That the moons of Mars and in that gateway resides with Mars. One and 1/8. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to see what I just said. I wish I can repeat what I just said again. Where am I at this? It's 8 o'clock. Okay, I got to be able to take a look and see what I just said. What did I just say? The 9 is complete. The heart, the ace zone completes the 9. It completes the 9 at 432. It also completes at 1 and 8, as well as it must complete at 1 and what? 1 and 8, 1 and what equals 9. 1 and 2 and yes, 1 and 2 and 6, and that completes within the moon. 1 and 3 and 5, and that completes within the sun. I think that's all there is. The 126, the 135. I started this equation before. What is that reason for? 2 numbers that will create 9, 3 numbers that will create 9. 126 is what is 2 by 63. 3 by 63 is 189, and 4 by 63 is 252, right? Which is what is 2 by 126. The 216 is what is the association of a 1269, or the 216, which fits in to the hexahedron 2160, which is 3 times what is 720. So it's a day and a half, okay, that's inside this cube. It's a day and a half inside this cube. So let me see this again. Did I see this right? $126 is what is 21 times 6. Okay, that's fine. 2160. Yes, 2160, which is a hexahedron, okay, is 1440 times 1.5. So yes, there's 36 hours inside of this cube. 1 cube, 2 cubes, 3 cubes. You complete with 4 cubes. There's a game called Sigbo that shows you everything that has to do with the relationships of numbers. So what are you looking to break past, Small? What are you looking to break past? Yeah, I'm going to have to stop to take a snack, so I think I'm going to have to get off and come back. I think it's better. I don't want to burn myself out. So, yeah. How about that? Yeah, there's tons and tons and tons of stuff. I'm working on this 25,000 stuff. What does it say? Don't know. Still part of the other story. The breakdowns that sometimes AI gives me that I didn't think of. I like that. I'm still looking. And even when you go to listen, 99 is 18, 18, 18. I like that. Very important. I forget. Oh, wait a second. I think I know. Oh, my God. 55 divided by 54. 55 divided by 54 has a 5 in between, and 54 divided by 55. There it is. You know what that is? That's your 432 440 432 440 harmonic. 8 times 8 times. 8 times this is 432, 8 times this is 440. This is the sky pass, and this is the IT system in the sun. This goes into the moon. The reverse of this is 56, the reverse of this is 55. To the seventh gate, it's 22, and all the mastery numbers are here at 55. And 7 times 6, 7 plus 6. Here we have love. So anyways, going to take that break. See you soon enough. Ask me up. Help support. Much needed. And if somebody's looking to, got this block here, if somebody wants to have a block of their own with their, and we can do this to the whole thing, then no problem. I'll do it to the whole thing. If you take over the place, no problem. That's up to you. You do what you want. I got to go. I'll come back. 22 years.